Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I'm doing another review which was suggested by Jello Yellow Stuff himself. Yep, I'm talking to you, dude. Anyways, he has asked me to review his showcase game, which I'm playing now, and we are going to take a look at it. So the game itself is called Railway Station Showcase. It looks good from the thumbnail, and let's check it out. So you spawn around here. There's a sign here, Sheringham Road. I think this is Network Southeast. It's got red and the blue just there. And it's got grey. I mean, Network Southeast uses a lot of grey. And red. There's some, like, abandoned, like, very bad looking fences here. I'm not saying that, like, bad models, but I mean, like, you know, not taken care of. They're a bit thin. But I guess they're thin in real life. I like how they have different shapes. But they seem a little bit out of place. I mean, looking down here, it does seem a little out of place. And all the trees are the same colour. It's all quite straight as well, so that could have worked on. But let's look at the positives. I adore this track. I love how he's done the rails. If you look at the rails, it's not just one block, is it? You can see he's put lots of different things. How the rail is slightly taller at the top and slightly lower at the bottom. And he's changed the colour of it. And it's just great looking, if you ask me. Also, this is something I really admire in games. I don't have it in the district line because it would lag it. But for like showcases and games such as like SCR and other things that have really good developers, professionals, I love how the ballast slopes down from the track and is like flat in the middle but then slopes up where the track is. I really admire that. And the points here, the points look astonishing. There's one problem here though, the track slightly overrides it. But it still looks great, and I like how he changed the angle of it too, but it is really effective looking. It's quite funny, because you could go like this and then come back on. So, quite interesting. So dude's also fitted some shops to the place. This is a place called High Street, although most high streets don't come to an end. Now, this side, they got lights, and this side they don't. So, I'm guessing these are the bad shops, and these are the rad shops, so yeah. He also used his subway bench models, the metro benches, yeah. Once again, we have the rad road and the bad road. I think he could have also installed a little corner shop here, but instead he's just used the same ones. I think the houses repeat themselves. They're the same colour, the same windows, same everything. Same with the shops. So if you could change them up a little, change the colour, change the signs, maybe change the colour, because a lot of houses and terraces have different coloured houses on them. So that would be really interesting if he did do that, and I'd really appreciate it. I also like how he changed the... I like how he put these names, like for the roads. So we've got Sheringham Road, we've also got High Street. I like how the road is cobbled here, so he changed the material. That makes it slightly more interesting. Now, if he was to take it to the extremes, he could even make this a curved corner, but I know you don't really necessarily want to do that. Not many people do, but it would be cool if he could. I really like the look of these street lights as well. I think they look really good. The way he's captured the look of them, it's really good, I think. It's perfect. This is the kind of stuff I look for. And the lighting is good as well. He's used the cream colour to make it seem a bit older. Because if it's bright white, it seems a bit, you know, boring, a bit default. But by making it cream and changing the lighting, it makes it seem much more realistic, much better. And the shadows are great as well. It's a little bit boring how the track is completely straight, but it could be a slightly more interesting. So, you know, like back when Stepford East to Stepford Central was one boring straight line, and then on like version 1.3.6, wasn't it? They changed it so that it curved and had all the bridges, changed all the scenery. It would be cool if you could do that, and maybe the trees, some of them could have different colours. And they're all just in like rows like that. It was as if they're all just planted in the exact same position, like robots lining up into battle or something. I just think these fences look a bit out of place in a way, but hopefully you see what I mean. I don't know, they just seem a bit out of place. So dude's gone to the effect really well of making the station seem not very used by putting these overgrown weeds on the track, and it looks really good. It's a shame he didn't put it on the points, though. It would have been really cool if he put it there too. But then again, it could have just made it look a bit silly. Also, it's only on the tracks, nowhere else. I don't really understand that. But it is really cool. And here, this is just flat. I don't understand. Why is the grass just flat? And it isn't really needed either, because there's nothing on either side. It's just grass that goes up and then back down again. Also, there's a slight gap here, but I I'm not that bothered by it. But if this just wasn't flat and he did like a union/negate, it would look much better. Like I said earlier, I really like these lights. They look really good. I like how he put that angle there. And it's red, so fits in with the NSE theme. Got signs here, trains to New Thornton Central, so that's quite cool. It says the same on here because this is a terminus station, so both ways would do something. And I understand why he's got these points here. It's so that the trains can like switch tracks, because trains drive on the left, in case you didn't know. Same with cars. The one thing is, he didn't make the weeds on the tracks non-collidable, so my character bobs up and down when walking on them. That's kind of funny. The station itself hardly has any features. It's like one of those least used stations in those Jeff Marshall videos, because it has no shelters, no benches, no ticket machines, no timetable. Hey, where's my train? The signs, they look good, but I think this wall is a bit too, short. I can just walk over it. I think these poles lifting up the sign is also a bit too thin. And it would be slightly more interesting if he decorated the sign a bit, because it just says Sheringham Road. Yet again, basic stuff does fit in well sometimes. I have something against these metal fences, because what I think is he's built the metal poles too big, and so the gap between them is too small. Yet if he made the pole itself thinner, and the gap between them was thicker, it would actually look quite a lot better. Also, you could have made these metal instead of iron plating, diamond plate. It looks better just as metal, if you ask me. Now, dude sent me a sneak peek of this one earlier, a couple days ago. And these signs, I thought they were real for a second, because they just look so good. The one thing I want to point out, though, is the text says the exact same thing. Just one's moved up, one's moved down. But it still is really cool. Like, that would be a no trespassing on the railway penalty, £1,000. Or was it 2,000? I can't remember. But over here, yeah, it's quite cool. But the trees, like I said, they're all neatly placed in one line. They're a bit, a bit repetitive. I like the buffers here. Oh, click. They're similar to the District Line ones. I like them, although a train coming at 90 miles per hour would smash through them and probably go thump into this wall. We also seem to have a nice signal box here. More signs. I like these steps. I really like these steps, because beneath them they have these like wooden poles holding them up. But you can see it also has the slope beneath them, so dudes obviously use that to help himself get the angle right. Now, this thing is completely wooden. Like, everything about it is wooden. But the design of it looks like something real. So you might have based it off something in real life. I also really like these wires coming out of the power box. That's really cool. Sheringham Road West. That's quite interesting, because on here it just says Sheringham Road, and here it says Sheringham Road West. Does that mean there used to be another station here? Whoa! I also like how the brick slopes up here. But this looks a bit messy. I like the green bit though. I really like this. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool, and I appreciate it. And it's just there to look cool. Yeah. The other platform doesn't really have much to say about it. It's just a line. Just a line. But one thing I'm very interested in is, what trains stop here? Whoa. So maybe in the future, dude can make us a train that will stop here. Or maybe I can make it for him, because I'm quite good at making trains. Especially ones that don't move. Yeah. This is something I admire. This path, it winds. I like how it like curves and all. That's really good. But let's move on to the summary. So I'm giving this game a 8.5 out of 10. Because I think it has too much repetition in some places, like the houses and shops are the same colour, there's no sign, so there's some lack of detail in some areas, and things repeat themselves, such as the benches are all an equally distance apart. There's the same bench, the same shop, the same everything. And then again, these tunnels, they just look boring. They could have like a curve at least on the roof. But the things they need to improve on is repetition, and maybe just switching things up a little, like, getting a curve on the tracks down here, maybe adding some unions in the gate, and I can tell he's already done it here, but noticing that this kind of looks a bit out of place, if you ask me. But I have quite a lot of questions. What trains run here? Where is this set? North England? Something like that. But it's NSE, so wouldn't that mean it's south? We don't know, but it feels like somewhere up north in a way, doesn't it? Just the name, Sheringham, doesn't it? But I don't know about you, I really like this game. The thing I think is a bit wrong with it is they've only put detail in the areas where you can step foot in. He hasn't put detail in other areas, but I do appreciate it for like putting roads, because some places don't do that at all. And I'm doing that more and more on the district line, like on Gloucester Road. We've actually got Gloucester Road itself. But I think the shops could be named. We could have some more stuff, more lights, like that's the bad road and that's the rad road. But I think they could change that. But apart from that, I think the game is really good. But yeah. So thanks for watching and goodbye. Also, remember to play the game as it's really good.